And welcome back to my channel. So you guys, I'm super excited about this week's Catch Up With Me video because I just am. So let's jump right on in. So here is my mini planner layout. Y'all, isn't that cute? That is like super cute, isn't it, you guys? All written in, filled out, and ready to go. And then here is my classic planner. How cool is that? And I just love this layout, you guys. Last week and this week, and I forget the sticker book that this comes from. I'll try to remember to show it to you guys next week. But I love the stickers in this book. Can I just say that? Yes, I do. I love it. So that's that. And then here is my social media planner right here. Simple and to the point. A few little color, and then I have my little boxes, which I need to write the titles for the videos in here. And you know what else I need to do? I need to add a box for my vlogs. That's what I need to do. So I will try to remember to do that. And so that is that. Next on my list, y'all, can I just tell you that my sinuses have been giving me a pure fit last week. I mean, the sneezing, the dripping, it's just been a nightmare. I am just so done. And the funny thing is, I didn't have sinus issues until I turned like, what, 43, 42, 43. And it's like, good grief. But, you know, I'm not a pill popper, so I really don't like taking medicine. And if I do, it's because I'm just tired and I just can't deal with it. And I know while we were furloughed, I did take Coricidin a couple of times. Don't come for me. I know Coricidin is a cold medicine, but because of the symptoms that it treated, that's what I had, and I took it. And y'all, you take that Coricidin, I'm trying to tell you, 5 to 10 minutes, bam, you out just like that. So, and when I woke up, I felt so much better. So it is what it is. And so that is that. So next, you guys, I couldn't wait to tell you guys about a really, really nice compliment that I received from my coworker. So Thursday, I was coming out of my office. Now, let me set the scene for you. So I'm coming out of my office, right? And I walk out the door to my office. I turn to the left because I needed to get my stuff off the printer. And I heard my coworker say, "Hey, skinny lady." And I didn't know who he was talking to. So he said it the second time. I turned around. I said, "You talking to me?" He said, "Yeah." He said, "You looking good." I was like, "Yes, you better work." So, y'all, I'm excited. I am so freaking excited because my hard work is paying off. But that is a perfect segue into what I wanted to talk about in terms of my weight loss. So, as you guys know, I told you I was going to weigh myself and do my measurements the first of every month. And needless to say, I was very disappointed because all of my hard work, I see the inches falling off. And when I look at myself, I go, oh, wow, I do look a little smaller. And I see all of that, but the scale didn't reflect my hard work. And needless to say, I was just in a pure funk. Can I tell you that? I really was. That, plus the fact that my squat program on Friday just didn't work out the way it should have. And so I was really in a funk about that as well. But that's a whole nother story. Well, that was just because, well, let me tell you why, and then let me tell you this first, then I can tell you why that didn't work out. So, what I noticed was, when I went back through, because you guys know that I chart my eating in my fitness planner here, I'm sure the cover of it. I use my fitness planner to chart my eating and my exercise, right? So, when I went back and I looked through the month of January, I said, I had a lot of days where my net calories were too low. Now, for those of you that don't know what net calories is, it's when you eat your food, right, and you consume X number of calories. Then you work out and you burn an X number of calories. So when you take the calories that you burn from exercise and subtract it from what you've eaten, what's left is your net calories. And mine were very low on several days. In fact, when I look back to the beginning of January, January the 7th, my net calories was 821. On the 8th, 739. On the 9th, 778. On the 10th, 759. On now the 11th, 12th, and 13th, I did well. On the 11th, it was 1,068. That was good. It could have been just a little bit higher. On the 12th, it was 1,171. On Sunday, it was good, 1,445. Well, that was just a little bit high, but you get what I'm saying. So I just took the time to sit and look through And I said, wow, I had a lot of days where my net calories were just too low. On the 15th, my net calories was 610. Even worse, on the 17th, my net calories was 213. I didn't eat a lot that day at all. And on the 18th, 658. Let's see, what was another day that didn't work out quite so well? And I know why this happened, but I'll tell you in a minute. So on the 21st, 609. On the 25th, it was 540. And let's see. And then on the 28th, it was 787. The 29th, 923. On the 30th, 767. And then on the 31st, you guys, it was only 418. So part of that is because we were furloughed. And I don't know about you guys, but when I'm home all day, like on the weekends, I typically don't eat well. I'll eat breakfast because when I wake up, I am hungry. I'm so hungry I can eat my hands off and yours. So I eat breakfast. That's not a problem. But as the day progresses, if I'm just sitting in the house, I'm not active, so my mind doesn't think, Michelle, you need to go eat. You know what I mean? So I may eat breakfast and then don't eat anything else until dinner. That is not a good thing. So I did a little research, and what I found is that when your net calories are too low, it causes the metabolism to slow down. And that would explain why my weight loss wasn't where it should have been had I been eating better. And so I did talk to one of my old coaches, and he and I are going to get together this week so he can put together a meal plan for me. And I remember in the past he told me this. He said, Michelle, you're either going to have to do one of two things. You're either going to have to cut back on the workout, or you're going to have to eat more. So I don't want to cut back on my workout, so I'm just going to have to eat more. And it's not necessarily about whether you're eating healthy or you have a couple of cheat days or somewhere in between. It's still about the calories that I take in versus the calories that I'm burning when I'm working out. And keep in mind, as long as I have my phone on my hip, it's calculating my movement. Do you understand what I'm saying? So as long as I have this, like when I went to work, so on Thursdays I typically wear jeans and maybe a sweater in the summertime to work. So every time I left my desk, I put this phone in my pocket. So I'm walking around. Do you guys know I burned almost 300 calories by the end of the day? And this started calculating when I left out of the house Thursday morning to go to work, because I'm in the house, so I was just sitting on my bed probably or on the chair downstairs. So I put it in my pocket as I was walking out the door, which meant I had to walk to the car. I had to walk from the car to the train station. Then I had to walk down the platform to get on the train. When I got to my stop, I had to get off the train to walk to my office. And every time I left my desk, this was in my pocket. So I burned a little over 300 calories because this was movement throughout the day. And sometimes I was purposeful about extra purposeful, I should say, about moving around. I said, okay, I'm going to get me another cup of tea. Or I just get up from my desk and walk, around the perimeter of where my office is to come back to my office and sit down, just so I can get my movement in. So, like I said, that plus the exercise calories that I'm burning, because when I get on the treadmill, I'm burning anywhere from, I'm going to say 615 calories to 700, easily. So that in itself, plus if you think about the weight training that I've done, and you can burn a lot of calories squatting. So if you're not squatting, y'all need to add that to your list. I'm talking about the squat rack, not the Smith machine, but that's a whole other video. So anyway, so I'm working on that. I'm working on that because what I will not do is have February be another January. So when I got on the scale yesterday, or on Friday was the first when I got on the scale said that my weight ended the same way it started. And for me, that's just not good. And I know some people say, well, but Michelle, you lost inches. Yeah, that's all fine and good. But I wanted the scale to reflect my hard work. So I'm sharing all that with you all to say, you've got to be mindful of what you're eating. Because if you're not eating enough, your body is good. Your metabolism is going to slow down because it's saying, hey, we need to hold on to some of this extra stuff here because Michelle's not eating good, or whatever your name may be. So we need to hold on to all this stuff because we don't know when she's going to eat again. So it was a hard lesson for me to learn. I should say hard pill to swallow. But, at the end of the day, it is what it is. So moving on. Next on my list, I wanted to let you guys know that I did a car vlog on Friday, and I'm going to be sure to link that in the description box. Please check that video out. My topic was, what will you do with the time that you have left? And I think I shared with you guys that I was watching a video that Bishop T.D. Jakes did, and that's what he was talking about. And he starts the video off by saying, life is so short. What are you going to do with the time you have left? And that thing was powerful, y'all. It was very, very powerful. And I mean, it was just extremely powerful. Let me say that. And I just decided, I need to really think about that. And it's something that I want you all to think about too. So that's what my vlog on Friday was about. And as I'm talking to you guys, I'm looking for my notes because I was in a Circle of Champions class, and I wanted to share my notes with you all. So while I'm looking for that, question of the day. So as you know, the Super Bowl is quickly approaching, and I'm just curious, who do you have to win the Super Bowl? Now, some of y'all may say, Michelle, I ain't thinking about no daggone Super Bowl. And, it is what it is. But for those of you that plan on watching, now, I don't have a vested interest. Let me just say that. Here it is. I don't have a vested interest in the Super Bowl. Why? Because my team, neither one of the teams that are going are my team. So I don't really care who wins. However, I do know that New England tends to win all the time. So I'm hoping, I think it's the Rams that they're playing. I hope the other team wins for a change. But if not, at the end of the day, it's no love lost because, like I said, neither one of those teams are one of my favorites anyway. So, next on my list, let's see. Oh, real quick, I forgot to show you guys when I was talking about my exercise. So, as you can see, this is my monthly layout for January. So, where you see the orange highlight, those are the days that I worked out. So and then what I'm doing is right here in this corner, I don't know if you can see that, but right here, it says 20 over 31 days. What that means is I worked out 20 days out of 31 days. Now, when I say worked out, I'm talking about where I actually went into the gym. The other days, of course, like I said, I'm getting activity because I have my phone on me in my pocket, jacket pocket, pants pocket, or something. So it's still calculating that movement. But I just noted the days that I went to the gym, and that's not bad. 20 days out of 31, not bad at all. So if y'all don't have this fitness planner, I would suggest that you please go out and get it. And I was really surprised. I didn't even know they made it in the mini. I'd already seen the classic size, so I was excited about this. But and even if you don't want to get that, I say find some way to track your workouts, because it is really great to be able to go back at the end of the month and see your progress and say, hey, you know what? Because now if you get to the end of the day, at the end of the month, and there's 31 days, and you only worked out 5 of those days, that's a huge problem. Let's just keep it all the way real. I know we all get busy, but that's a problem. So, next on my list, getting back into the swing of things after the furlough. So, it is what it is. People have asked me, how are things going? I'm like, yeah, it is what it is. I'm back to work. The first day back was my telework day, and so that was great. Went into the office on Tuesday, and of course we had the bad weather on Wednesday, so I worked from home on Wednesday. Went into the office on Thursday. Friday I was working from home. Today I'm teleworking, so it is what it is. But I will say this. I will say that the furlough has caused me to go to a place that I don't really like, to be honest with you, because it just kind of put me in a I don't care kind of space, and I don't like living there. And so I'm trying to work on getting out of that little funk, you guys, because I really don't like being in that place. But it's kind of like I just don't care, and I don't know, it's hard to explain it. My heart's not in it anymore, if that makes sense. It's just not there. And so I'm going to, pray that I can get back on track, because Lord knows I miss my coworkers. And I think we all missed each other. And I miss the work that I do, because I do love the work that I do. And I love the pay that I get too. So, but I don't know. Like I said, my heart just really was not in it when I logged into my computer on Monday. Last Monday just wasn't in it. And even when every day last week that I worked, it just was not, my heart and all of that just really wasn't in it. So it is what it is. And, I'm hoping that I can move past this little phase, or at least figure out where it's coming from and why I'm feeling that way. But, so other than that, like I said, I'm getting back. Let me know in the comment section, how are you guys getting along now that the furlough is over? Are you still having any difficulties? And my heart goes out to you if you're a contractor, because I understand contractors haven't got paid yet. Fingers crossed, and sending up prayers that that will happen. I don't know if it will or not. I'm praying that it will, because I think it's just unfair, because you have so many contractors that weren't working and they're not getting paid, and that's just not a fair thing to them. So much prayer that they will reverse that and contractors will be able to get back pay. We'll see. But let me know in the comment section how you're doing since the furlough has been over and how it affected your family. I'm just curious to know, did it affect your family at all? Because I know in some families, both parents, or both husband and wife are federal government employees, and so when you have both people furloughed, there's no salary coming in. But it also, I wanted to share this with you as well, it also made me think about how important it is to have a plan B. And honestly, a plan B, C, D, and E. And the list can go on and on. Because if you think about it, when you think of people like Oprah and T.D. Jakes and Les Brown and some others, but I'm just naming those, Tony Robbins off the top of my head, I guarantee you they have probably 10, 15, 20 streams of income. So it just really makes you think, you know what, I need to get my streams of income up. So when this source runs dry, guess what? I have other sources that I can tap into. So that's my little plug about that. And then last on my list, and I promise I'll let you be. So I went to a Circle of Champions class on last Thursday. And so I just wanted to share some takeaways from that class. We were talking about multiple streams of income, and I just said that, didn't I? So this class was actually perfect. And we talked about why have multiple streams of income. We said for protection, to have options, and to have financial independence. Because again, when you were furloughed, your main stream of income, it wasn't coming in. That well had dried up. But if you had 3 or 4, 2 or 3, or even one other stream of income that could have still produced money for you, that could have still been a possibility to bring more money into your home. And then we talked about, let me see. I'm just trying to share some things with you there, because we talked about many things, and one of the other things that we really touched on, it was using this. If you use this, using your mind, you'd be surprised of how many ways you can think of to start a business. Because I hear people saying this all the time. Well, Michelle, I'd love to start a business, but I don't know what to do. My thing, I always say to them, sit down. Think about, what is it that you love to do? What is it that just makes you boiling over happy when you think about doing it? And you say, if I could do this full time, I probably could make some money. Somebody on Facebook, and I can't think of who it is at the moment, but they have always made like their own shea butter. And so I recently saw that they had created a business page, and they talked about how their friends and family members for years have been saying, you need to sell this. This is good stuff. So now she's getting her stuff out there to sell to other people. You have this great product. If you love it, guess what? Other people will love it too. So we talked a whole lot about really thinking about creative ways to bring in other streams of revenue. It could be that, you're partnering with somebody else. It does not always have to be you by yourself. So let's say I have my full-time government job. I have products for my business that I sell. I'm also a certified travel agent. I'm a certified life coach. And if push came to shove and I just wanted to, I could get recertified as a fitness instructor and a personal trainer. That's 6 streams of income right there, y'all. Because guess what? Even though there was a furlough, gyms were packed. Folks still came to the gym. Trust me, I know, because I was there. So all I'm saying is to really think about, things that, you, excuse me, can do to increase your streams of income. Or if you're just looking to start a business in general, really start to think about those things that are near and dear to your heart. Think about things that you see other people dealing with, and you go, you know what? I can provide a solution for that. Bam, there's your big ticket right there. So it's really all about just thinking this thing through. And we talked about finding your wealth track. And so finding your wealth track is people People that you need to meet. Who is it that you need to meet? See, only you know that, and only I know that for me. But think about the people that you need to meet. Gifts, talents, knowledge, coaching, investing, public speaking. So we just, like I said, we talk about a lot of things to come up with ways to start your own business. And Bob talked about someone that created these cute little hats for cats. Who ever thought about making a hat for cats? But apparently it was popular at some point in time, and some of those, that one of the hats was it was a cute little black beret, $55. And the hat wasn't no bigger than about this round right here, my circle my hand. That's it, $55. I'm trying to think. Then there was somebody that invented the pet rock. Came in a cute little brown box with the little paper stuffing and a rock in it. And somebody made money off of that. So you've got to really think about what it is that you can do. Something that, like I said, maybe you love or you see a need for. Just like, case in point, if you ever think about when you go fishing, for those of you that fish, and you see someone fishing, on the end of their line, they don't have just one hook. Oh, no, no, no. When we fish, when I say we, my dad and my daughter and I, when we fish, my dad has the hooks that have, you can put, the fishing line that you can put 2 or 3 different hooks on, probably more than that, but I'm just thinking off the top of my head 2 or 3. So you put your bait on all two or 3 of those hooks, and you cast that thing out. Guess what? You are now going to pull in 3 fish versus 1. Or 2 fish versus 2. So you're not out there all day trying to catch 1 fish at a time, reel it in, take it off, throw your, that's too much. But somebody had to come up with that invention. Do you understand what I'm saying? Somebody said, you know what? I would love to be able to go fishing and catch more than 1 fish at a time. And there you have it. The rest is history. So it's really thinking about what you see every day that you can build on. We also talked about looking at people that you admire. So let's say you admire Bob or Barbara, and you love their business model. You love what they do. You need to study that. You need to study it, and learn what it is that they do. Now, what you're not going to do is copy what they're doing, but you're going to take what they're doing and figure out how you can take it to the next level. See, I think too often we think about reinventing the wheel, and we don't need to do that. We don't need to do that. It's just about finding a niche and figuring out how we can take what was already done and expand it. We talked about briefly when on YouTube, and maybe, well, we didn't talk about it in the class. Maybe I heard it on somebody else's video. But anyway, we talked about YouTube. And so a lot of times people said, oh, I'd love to do YouTube, but I don't know what to talk about. What is it that you're interested in? Search for that, and then look at videos that have already been done on that thing that you're interested in. Figure out how you can take whatever they've done to the next level, or take what they've done and create a different spin. Here's another one. You can go to the comment section of some of your favorite YouTubers, and even if they're not your favorites, just look at videos. Go in their comment section and look at the questions that people are asking and the information that they're sharing. There's your topic right there. I'm trying to tell you, the possibilities are endless. So, having said all that, if you are interested in starting your YouTube channel, or just want to learn more about creating products for your business, please always feel free to reach out for me and let's talk. Because I think in this year, 2019, honey, there's enough room for all of us to grow. So there's no reason why people have to be stingy with their knowledge, if you will. Now, yes, some things you will have to pay for, but general things, we can all help each other out. So I only have 4 different purchases to show you guys, and then I'm done. So I went to CVS to get an ice scraper, because I have 2 and I have no idea where they are. So I bought 2 more, and hopefully they don't disappear. So while I was in there, I got my 2 ice scrapers, and I realized I was out of my finishing spray. So this is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Natural Finish Setting Spray. Say that 3 times fast. And although I'm not a fan, I hope you guys can see that, of this little bitty bottle, this is the way it comes. So I got that one, and this is the one I actually used before I did this video. This is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Matte Setting Spray. So I like anything matte. I'm starting to love. I used to think matte was very drying. Sometimes it can be, especially when you put on lip products. But I love this setting spray. It makes my face feel just a little tight, whereas this one doesn't. But hey, I won't complain. And then I picked up 2 more chapsticks because I need these. It's so cold out. This is just a regular cherry chapstick. As you can see, nothing fancy about that. But then I decided to get, because I had my purse is across the room, the peaches and cream, I believe it is chapstick. So I just said, you know what, this time let's get the key lime. So still chapstick, and it is the key lime. And honey, I use my chapsticks. Trust me when I tell you. So that's all I have, you guys. I want to say thank you so much to my newest subscribers. Thank you so much to those of you that continue to support me in all that I do. I love you guys to the moon and back. And there's nothing, and I mean absolutely nothing you can do about it. So until next time, continue to be the awesome people that you are. Continue to think big, because remember, we're still thinking big. That wasn't just for 2018. We are still continuing to think big in 2019. And not only are we thinking big, but we're praying big, you guys. We're going to think big, we're going to pray big, and we're going to do big things. Until next time, take care.